August 26th. Minutes of August
Well,
12th. Are there any corrections?
I did not get a chance to read them. Can we
Sure. Take a
move
minute.
this- Can we, no, can we move it to the next meeting? I want to, they're long. I don't think it's nice to get
Oh.
them difficult and difficult. Yeah, so if we can put this for the next.
Okay.
meeting.
We will,
I did, excuse me.
well,
I thought Tom Stokes was at that last meeting on Zoom.
I couldn't tell. I had to do it by what I could see on Zoom.
Yeah, he was there. I saw his.
Yeah, but I think it was Kate.
No, he was,
Okay. Oh,
I was in the room.
Tom was there too? Okay,
He was on Zoom,
all right.
but I don't think you have to, on that.
We usually do.
all right, the reading of the minutes will be continued to the next meeting. For tonight. Anybody from West LCR, the Levelist property?
Kate.
I'm here. You want me to come on up?
Sure.
Good evening. Kate Fletcher, Laurel Hill Association. I'm here to hear your thoughts.
So I had a few comments you can take back to your committee. I had mentioned last time, under the prohibited activities, I would like to see no camping and no fires.
Okay.
Under the architectural work,
Mm-hmm.
I know there was at least one select board meeting I attended where a representative of the tribe came and commented specifically that there was work being done at the Marians and they had not been notified. I would suggest any architectural work, any archaeological work,
Archaeological.
that they notify the tribe that that's happening. And then I had a question, because in the prohibited section, it mentions no solar panels,
A green energy.
no, under prohibited.
Okay, hold on a second.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
then,
fine.
Sorry.
Under prohibited activities.
Oh, they put prohibited first and then permitted. What number is that?
Somewhere in there, maybe under structures, but it specifically
So,
says,
okay, it's constructing, placing, solar panel.
right, but then under number 16,
Yeah,
green energy talks about infrastructure. It doesn't say solar panels, but I don't know,
what else it would be?
yeah, what else it would be, so that just
Okay,
like it
good
did.
catch, good catch, okay.
Yeah, I had a question about the solar under green energy, that it seemed like you could put up a solar farm
Right, but
with no restriction.
in the other section, it says
Yeah.
no solar
Yeah.
panels. So.
So
Um,
I don't know why you would need it unless you wanted a neon sign up there or something.
And then
There's also solar panel and then solar array is also, yeah,
prohibited.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know
Okay,
what the
missed
green.
that.
so which
I
is?
was reading the green.
And then on page 8, talks about first grantee, second grantee, and the wording makes it sound like the land trust. If the Conservation Commission as second grantee disagrees with something, they can be overridden by the land trust. And I just don't know if that is boilerplate, and you may know, is that boilerplate? No.
I don't know.
Yeah, so
That is
boilerplate,
by the
that the
state.
second grantee can be wiped out.
You can, I mean, in general.
Yeah.
If there's arbitration that you can do,
Yeah.
if there was somehow in disagreement of how it's monitored.
Okay.
Or an activity, but usually the primary is the one monitoring and therefore making kind of decisions. And they could bring it to the second grantee to see how they felt.
So if that's the case, I would suggest somewhere in there, it just says that everything is done in compliance with the Wetlands Protection Act and the town bylaw.
It usually says in compliance with all laws, so the Commonwealth.
I didn't see it though. It could be, I didn't see it. Those were my suggestions.
Okay, I'll talk to our council about that and find out is it boilerplate
I
and,
think it's not, but
yeah. And see what I
it sounds
can.
like it is.
Right, because for a while people were co-holding and then the Commonwealth came in and said, you cannot co-hold a CR, it has to be a primary and a secondary. And so that's where that language got adjusted.
Okay.
Anything else?
Sally, did you wanna?
Yeah, I
Okay.
thought that the second one under green energy sounded to me as though it was permitting any kind of solar array that anybody wanted to put up.
Yeah,
And I was a little concerned about that.
okay, so I will look into that.
Okay.
And see if there's a way to make the wording more reassuring in terms of,
Because
okay.
that would not be the gateway to Stockbridge that we're necessarily
No.
looking for.
Uh,
How about wind?
Yeah, what about wind?
And I mean, from our site visit, I didn't hear a real enthusiasm from our standpoint for putting parking
Right.
on the site, which was part of.
From what I understood from Kate, we were talking before the meeting, she said that she thought it was going to be limited parking.
A quarter of an acre.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a compromise with the land trust. We arrived at smaller.
okay. But what about wind?
But
Interesting.
where would that be? And what's, I mean,
There's an envelope on the map that shows where the parking is allowed, it isn't allowed.
There's actually the envelope was taken off because, just because it was creating, that was sort of a sticking point. And, Laurel Hill wanted less, majority wanted less. And I think Lantos wanted more. So we just really envisioned this very sort of kind of like the state parcel nearby, very discreet, low key. Focus on corridors, wildlife corridors, biodiversity, all those good things.
Yep.
And, so it's kind of a low key parcel.
but you're providing parking for people to access. Are there going to be hiking trails then?
It's
On the property?
written in that there can be, but we have absolutely no plans for that. We've got a lot of invasives work on our properties, generally speaking. And just, keeping up with what we have, we're finding is plenty to keep us very busy and to keep the bills coming into.
One thing that came to my mind as that site visit, and I was thinking about it, was the management of Gould Meadows, for instance,
Mhm.
where there is a mowed path.
Mhm.
And I was thinking, I don't know if this is going to suddenly become the hot spot of the century. Probably not, but if it did, guiding people where to walk instead of tromping around all over the place. I don't know if that's something you want to consider. Like one
Good suggestion, yeah.
mowed path through the center somewhere that,
I would not dictate that in the CR, just
Yeah.
because this is in perpetuity.
yeah,
Things may change in the
Yeah.
landscape. And so, there's the CR and then there's kind of like the overall stewardship and management activities. And I would kind of keep them separate. And I find in the past, when we highly dictated activities, we regretted it because things changed. And so, you know, you could have as many conversations about the management activities and the use of the site, but I wouldn't necessarily put that in the CR.
Well, I mean, the creation of trails is in there already, so.
That doesn't mean that it has to happen.
No, I understand
Yeah.
that, but I was just thinking about it, and I was thinking that if it became really popular, that maybe you would want to kind of limit where people were walking. I don't know. Not my,
You know, the preference is for it to be, again, that focus on
right, of
wildlife corridors
Yeah.
and, you know.
course, the deer make their
forest
own
can
path.
be, you know, we'll have to establish whether, you know, it's really realistic to maintain, I know there's wording in there that says we shall, but maintaining that backfield. If you're really serious about Wetlands Protection Act, then, you know, you got a bottleneck that you got to cross.
Yeah.
To get to that backfield.
Yeah.
So, you know, there was some discussion about the idea of responsibly reforesting, you know, that back area, doing invasives work and bringing it, you know, responsibly back to, because that's one idea. So there's a lot of different ideas and, yeah, so.
I have a question. I'm trying to envision. I mean, I'm sitting on my lot, which is half an acre. Half of my lot could hold 40 cars. So I'm wondering, what's the impetus for having that big an area for parking? I mean, if you look at Bulker's Woods and some of the other places, even if you look at Bullard Woods, that's not a quarter acre of parking, and that holds what, 20 cars, 25 cars. So I'm trying to wrap my mind around what the impetus is to have parking on this site where it's not really going to be managed for recreation, but for wildlife and conservation uses.
If Laurel Hill is not in favor of the parking, can we just add our voice to sort of say, we're not sure that we should have parking on this site
Or that big an area.
or at least that big an area?
Yeah, I'll take your input and, you know, we can all work
My
together.
thought on that is if you're planning on working there, you'll need some off-road parking for at least whatever equipment may need to get down there, mowers.
That was definitely one, you know, thread of thinking. You know, we do have, one of our properties is Lower Bowker's Woods, and that's just got a really discreet
Mhm.
2-car.
Yeah, that type of thing there,
And
that
that's very far from a quarter of an acre.
is if
So, yeah, I mean,
That's
our,
what I would envision.
you know, we also have neighbors, so Laurel Hill is definitely, it's a community-based organization, so I at least am always thinking about the neighbors of our properties and wanting to make sure that, you know, we don't become a nuisance.
you're not planning on any signage or anything like that.
There's wording in here that allows for 4 square feet, which is what, you know, the zoning bylaw would allow for it. But again, you know, I think at the Laurel Hill was thinking, just keep it low key, keep it discreet.
Yeah, if it's in there, you don't have to do it necessarily, right?
Right.
Oh, you don't, you're right. Yeah, you don't have to do
You're
it.
given the
Yeah.
right, so you don't have to make a quarter acre, but part of the quarter acre, I have no, I should not, you know, your snow removal, if you did, and being able to push that and not have that impact.
Grading, stormwater, you know, a civil engineer might get involved and deal with room.
I mean, I'm not trying to advocate for a lot of, it's just giving yourself the ability if something came up, but I don't think the intent is
Yeah.
to fully utilize
Well,
that.
that's the way I was hoping, I'm understanding this is that it's not gonna put up park here type sign, you know,
Mhm.
but you're planning work, you need to get them off the road, so you need truck and maybe trailer parking at the very least. But if you put up a sign saying, this is a park, come visit, no. If you don't have trails, you got them, I don't know, it's worse than if you have a trail or if you don't have a trail, so,
I would imagine parking would be tied to a trail.
Yeah.
I think there would be problems if you had parking with no trail.
so the
The
little,
overnightness and other things.
the little discreet pull-off type thing might be the way to go.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it works really nicely up at Lower Bowkers.
Mhm.
It's a trail that, as opposed to, you know, like Mary Flynn Trail or Laura's Tower Trail, they're sort of like trail highways.
Mhm.
Mhm.
And, but then you go to Lower Bowkers and it's just a, you know, much more peaceful, quiet,
Mhm.
and in my opinion, beautiful trail.
Mhm.
So
All right.
it's just not overwhelmed by, I mean, we have a lot of our, Stockbridge is definitely doing its thing for, you know, the so-called outdoor economy, doing our part. And, you know, some of the local trails, I mean, we live just like a quarter mile from Bullet Woods. We can't even get in there in the summertime.
Oh, I've seen it, yeah.
High school.
Yeah, and that's, you know, that's, so I think we're doing our part. And I guess my approach is I'd like to do our part for the environment as well.
There was just some recent conversation about the impact of the high traffic on Bullard Woods.
Oh, yeah, oh,
And,
yeah.
yeah,
Once there's parking and trails, and it's not a nature preserve anymore, it's Central Park.
Well, it's a dog park.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
what it is, you know, and I'm a dog lover, as you know. But there are impacts. I mean, there is, you know, some research that shows the impacts of pets, dogs specifically on wildlife.
Mhm.
So,
all right.
and impact on the streams if they're not cleaned up after
yeah.
properly.
Well, they bag it, throw it in the woods.
So, all right, so
My dog is friendly.
I've got down the issue of camping, fires, the tribe in terms of archaeological work and solar, clean that up, figure that out. And
Wind.
better understand, okay, yeah, wind. Better understand the primary versus secondary roles.
Can I
And
just maybe reflect on, can I say like no campfires? What if you had a species that prescribed fire might
Yeah,
benefit?
you can say no
we could,
campfires.
I just,
Yeah.
no, what I'm saying, like,
Yeah,
yep,
good point.
yep, definitely.
yeah, just be specific as to what kind of fires are prohibited.
Thank you.
All right, so thank you. Unless there's something else, I'll go back to our properties committee and work on this and be in touch. And trust too. Okay, thanks very much.
Thanks, Katie.
Thanks, Kate.
Thank you.
Parks and Recreation.
We got a thing from Anthony, which I forgot to print out about
Well, he
into the nursery and,
responded today saying
Yeah.
he's not ready.
yeah,
All right, so this will be
Let's
continued
continue.
to the next meeting.
yeah.
But Kate is fine with their latest proposal. And yes, he's coming back with a dollar proposal for the rest, and I have some.
Said he'd been to the nursery, but I kind of lost that
And I'm
confusion today.
kind of quick. And hopefully, so the next meeting,
9th.
the 9th, because we
September
want to get
9th.
it approved so they can get them in this fall. So
Yeah.
hopefully they'll have it for the 9th.
Hopefully it rains.
Yeah.
6 Brookside Lane, proposed work, John Blending,
Denny. That was where they wanted to do the patio.
yeah, the plantings and
Yeah, I don't know. He said he wanted to come in.
evidently he's not here.
Maybe he'll come later.
Payrons,
Good evening, John Bayron. Sorry, I only have one map here. I can try to explain what we need. I know Judy talked to you a little bit about it.
Yeah, she did.
Um,
Also heard sad news.
yes,
Very, very sad news.
heard that this morning, so. We lived at 8 Interlaken Road and we wanted to sell the property. And what we ran into is people wanted the house, but they didn't know what to do with the barn. We had other people that wanted the barn, but didn't want the house. So we went to the planning board because we own one Larry Wog. And we were able to divide the lots, which actually provided a lot of improvements in terms of acreage and road frontage on the properties. So we divided the lots, we sold the house. Now, we've been to the board before for a replication area, silt fence, plantings, and grass that we were doing on one Larry Wog, which we have completed. So what the lawyers are looking for, they let the sale go through, but they needed some type of release. I don't know the legalities of this because I'm not a lawyer, but something that said that what the work that was done here does not pertain to what we sold them. And while I'm here, I guess I'm looking for the same thing, the work on one Larry Wog, if we can get a release from this property, we would do it on this property too. So,
John, I think what you're looking for is a certificate of compliance. on the previous
Partial.
Job, isn't it?
They would want a partial certificate of,
With a partial release?
yes, because they haven't built the house. So,
right,
so that was.
it wouldn't release.
That was in the plans. So I think we could issue a partial certificate of compliance that would release your replication.
Okay,
And that's a form that's easy to fill out it's on the DEP website.
And then we would need to see it, or have you seen it? That it
We
was
could
done?
go take a look.
And then
I mean, it's part of the certificate of compliance is
Goes through.
having a site visit.
That was a wetland, right?
the wetland was, yeah, in this area.
Did you happen to have an engineer, or did you do that yourself?
I did it myself, but
Okay.
Mike Kulig, kind of directed me. He did all the things. We got the plants where the board recommended and the grass seed. And I don't know if I had it completed because we've been to the board a few times. The last time we met with the board, you came up, we wanted to move the house down like
Right.
75 feet
I
and that
remember.
was approved. I think I had this cut out. Maybe we didn't have the plants. We've been doing this for 20 years, so I can't remember exactly where we were at that point. But this has been done for, how long, Judy? At least 2 years.
Yeah. So I think that will make everybody happy.
Okay.
And issue the partial certificate of compliance when you finish the house, you can come in and request
Okay.
the rest of it.
Completion.
I mean, we're not doing anything here right now,
Yeah,
this is,
That's fine.
it's always in the future.
And you file your extensions religiously, so
Yeah.
that's just keep doing that and you'll be fine.
All right. Do we have to keep filing extensions even though we've completed the work?
You will need to file extension for the plans for the house.
Okay,
Yeah, I mean, for that plan, but we can issue the partial certificate of compliance for the replication.
okay,
And it will say that that's all that we're issuing it for.
okay. So it'll just give them the peace of mind that.
Yes.
Okay. The other question is because we've divided this, I need to put a driveway into here. And we had gotten a permit for clearing up to the 50-foot buffer line before. And the only area to put the driveway in, it's out of the 50-foot buffer zone. It might be in the 100-foot just coming off the road, I know here I've got like 60 feet from the buffer zone to the driveway. This has all been cleared. That's what the permit was for, so many years back. So I didn't know, I do have a driveway permit, how to go about this the right way.
I would file an RDA, request for determination of applicability.
Okay, and you'll come out and look.
Yeah,
Okay.
just have it marked when we come home.
Yeah, the grass is high and I mowed it. Is that?
That'll pretty much
Yeah, okay.
tell where it is.
Yep.
And it's over 50 feet from,
In some places.
It's more than 50 feet. The 50-foot buffer is here and we're probably 60 feet on a lot of it. And as you get down, as you get towards Larrywog, the road's high, so you get the wetlands coming in here. We would still be out of the 50-foot buffer zone, maybe by 20 feet at the entrance, and then I would improve as we go up.
okay,
We do have a contractor that's going to do water, sewer, and electric because we had to cut everything off of this property, and they're doing it even farther, so they'll be out of the 100-foot buffer zone. And it kind of leaves the only place for the driveway there. And I wouldn't want the driveway up this way because we get a lot of traffic on 183 and they go in the wrong way and they just fly around the corner. So the farther we're away from the corner, the better it's going to be for us. So we did get a permit, police chief, selectmen, everybody signed it, but I didn't know what the next step was. So I didn't end up
Yeah, so you could
down here again.
file them both at the same time, the RDA and the certificate of compliance. They're relatively simple.
Okay. I guess that's it then. All right, thank you.
we need to go and get a site visit.
Okay,
We will.
all right.
We'll set up an appointment.
Okay,
So if you can get those done by noon on Thursday, you can be heard on the September 9th meeting.
September 9th, okay. That'd be good. Okay, thank you.
Public hearing, Scenic Mountain. List of intent. Inez Stewart.
Shannon.
You're in my driveway permit?
Yeah. Good evening,
Hello.
Hi.
Shannon Bobswell, Wayne Engineering.
I want to know how they get the crane up that hill.
They say they can do it. And the truck. So at the last meeting, oh, those are two part here. This is one Housatonic up in Mackinac Heights. And down at the end, if you go to the right at the top level. This is a notice of intent, Wetlands Protection Act and Scenic Mountain Act for work in the buffer zone to two intermittent streams and within the scenic mountain area is the construction of a single family house. And we have stormwater management, we've connected to the sewer, some parking area. And at the last meeting, the commission asked that we spread the trees out to kind of cover the whole property, make it a little more forested rather than manicured, which we have done. And I revisited the plant list based on Jess's recommendation. And I chose plants that were have a higher adaptability for climate change and are doing well now. And have a good survival rate in the future.
Could you
So those
go over that
have been
list
made.
for us? That'd be
Can you,
specifically.
can you say some of the things? I can't.
Oh, sure. We have black birch, sugar maple, American beech, eastern red cedar, mockernut hickory, yellow poplar, and flowering dogwood.
The beach is the one I went to.
Yeah, I was gonna say the beach
The
is
beach.
getting hit so hard by the, yeah.
Now it has.
Yeah.
They're going faster.
The next one, it's the next one to be.
Yeah, you know, you never can go wrong with red people. They live everywhere, I would suggest.
We had-
Okay,
Sugar maple, it's pretty rocky up there and pretty dry. I mean, those streams are to the extent of the property and everything's flowing in this direction. So even though it's buffer zone, it's really not a wet area. But I can certainly substitute beech for red maple. Substitute red maple for beech.
Anything else?
comment?
Quite a list. You made a forest.
Any questions?
Nope, no, appreciate you doing that.
What size are the trees?
It's going 5 to 6 feet when planted. I can get you a revised plan if you can vote tonight.
Yep.
Motion?
I make a motion, we accept the revised plan for the Scenic Mountain Act Notice of Intent for 1 Housatonic Road.
I'll second.
Hi, Ron.
Hi, Sally.
Hey, Bill.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Karen.
I, Bill R.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
what else you got?
And Sally has a form that needs to be signed. It
Yeah,
seems to have
we,
gotten lost in the
Shannon-
mail.
Shannon emailed me and said that this, the RD or the COA for Mrs. Roberts on,
It's road
no, Beechwood, which we did in May, had not arrived at their office
in May.
in May. I have the little green slip that I got from the post office that was
Right,
mailed on
correct.
5/15.
Throw that out.
She does not have she did not get it for whatever reason. I wonder where it went.
Oh, no. They are ready to start work
Yeah,
in a couple weeks.
and you'll check with Mark to make sure that DEP got it, because have any waiting time.
We'll do that.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you. Are you gonna get back to me tonight?
Yes,
Want me to make a copy?
I don't need a copy.
You don't need, okay.
We have copies of the
Of the
original.
first one.
tree removal, 22 Birch Lane.
Okay, so that we were still waiting to find out how he was gonna do that work. I don't know.
Did you call him?
I did
And
at
what
one
did he
point.
say?
Well, actually, it was, I think I met him there.
Okay, and what did he? Because it needed, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
we were in agreement on that. There's
Yeah.
actually more there that needed to come
Yeah.
down.
It's the only thing.
They were dangerous.
Yeah,
You can just give that to Shannon.
So did, I mean, as long as he told, did he tell you how they were gonna do it?
no,
Make copies of me.
So where did you leave it?
I thought he was coming in here.
Yeah, I've asked him to come,
Yeah.
but we don't wanna hold him up.
Yeah, I was gonna
We don't
say,
want
it's
to-
been a while,
Yeah,
because it's been a month.
yeah, and
I
I
don't
don't
want to
want,
just sign it and send it to him.
Yes,
yeah, I think so. I was-
there was like 6 feet trees in that
That need to
property
come
that.
down.
Sign that.
I thought so.
Originals, yeah.
22 Birch Lane, is that?
Sounds familiar.
26, isn't
I
it?
went and looked, so trees definitely need to come down, but I just asked them to tell us how they were gonna do it, but I don't want to hold it up.
Okay,
So the next step is you let them know, it's okay?
yeah, I'll send it to him.
Heron Pond, 2 Wallace Road, Phragmites control. Continued today. Let's do it.
It's just, yeah,
Do you guys have any questions, or is this a voting? What's the let's do it? Voting or questions?
All of the above.
Okay, all right. Well, we had a site visit at Heron Pond. I think half of you were about, or Bill was there too. Yep. And so we're talking about hand swiping some Phragmites stems. There have been much bigger patches, and we're just trying to maintain our success there.
I don't remember. Were you gonna do something with the thin cattails,
Right, so the other part is that we are suggesting they have the invasive typha, the cattails. And so we were going to slowly thin the cattails so they didn't take over and kind of keep spreading into marshlands there. So the work is hand swiping about 30 stems of Phragmites and thinning somewhere between every third to every fifth cattail stem. And just kind of slowly over time, reducing the density of the non-native cattail. There's also a part that is without any chemicals, raking the milfoil out of the pond that's immediately near the condos. And so there'll be also that hand removal, and that will get staged on the side, dried out, and then composted. With a high temperature composting. What else? Oh, so it will be on the side of the bank drying for probably 2 weeks. I mean, with the drought right now, things are drying really quickly, but it's so wet and heavy, it's hard to kind of move it into a trailer. So that's why that drying is kind of necessary.
when it dries out, it's like paper.
It is, it's so light. So we kind of just have to let that moisture go. So that's the project.
That'll be in the grassy area.
Yep, it's, the bank, and they're actually gonna remove that little fencing that they had up. So, any other questions? Yes.
So my comment, it was dramatic to see the difference between what wasn't treated and how extensive it was. And my question, because I did look up the half-life of glyphosate. In people, it's short. In soil and water, it's almost 6 months. And it is, we know it's not good for bees and ladybugs and parasitic wasps and animals. We know that it harms. So my question is, if you do the dramatic initially, can't you stage it? And when you're only dealing with 30 stems, do something else as opposed to coming back every few years with more glyphosate?
Well, it's a species that responds well, like positively to cutting. And so really you're talking about some sort of mechanical removal of the roots. And so at that point, even repeat, like we were just on a site looking at something in Monterey, and they had been repeatedly mowing it multiple times in the year. And it was just kind of spreading. We call it almost line tailing. It's like instead of being a single unique stem going up, it becomes this like multi-stem, somewhat bushy thing as a stress response, which actually kind of caused more damage because you're getting less light to the sedges and the other things, but that kind of lines tailing. Right now, because we're talking about hand swiping, it's a very specific to the plant. That's really to reduce that non-target impact and even the need for the soil to bind it. And so, I mean, we did years ago try something where we were drowning it. And that had some success, but you don't have the water profile. It's up on the bank, it's in soil. You can't quite think about that as an option.
I understand all of that.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to think like, could you, I don't even think air spading it would work. And you'd be disrupting the bank.
What about covering it? Blocking the sunlight?
Yeah, I mean, the hard thing with any bamboo, you kind of have that with Japanese knotweed, is it'll just puncture up through even like a really thick, like 10 milliliter plastic.
I've seen it go through black.
Through what?
Blacktop, yeah, it has. And so it's just like, at that point, you're just shredding plastic, solarization versus saying smothering. So the solarization also doesn't seem, because of that kind of puncture, as soon as it kind of gets up, you'll see that leaf node. So there's not a lot of options, and that's why we're kind of trying to not let it reestablish, to ever kind of be that big lift again.
So,
Here we are.
go ahead.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
I was just curious, the actual chemical that you use, I started to talk to you about that at
Yeah.
the last meeting. And we've discussed it here. Is it the new rodeo, is it?
Yes, it is not new. I mean, we've probably been using it for almost 30 years now in Campusa and other places. It's not kind of a new formulation.
Do you go through through it pretty quickly though, or is?
Like quantity wise?
Yeah, I was curious.
I mean,
That rodeo was sold, right, to Bayer?
I don't,
Monsanto sold it.
so we don't use, we purchase it through a separate supplier. So that name has, what's the right word? When something is trademarked, but only for a certain amount of time. And
Wasn't
then,
transferred?
no, once it's on once you like,
The generic then?
right, well, it's not generic, but basically it after a certain amount of time, anyone then can make it. It like
It ran out.
right, I think it's like a trademark thing with I'm not quite
Word.
yeah, there's a word, but basically it expires after a certain amount of time. And the rodeo formulation expired, and so you can actually purchase it.
Public domain.
Thank you. So now it's not specific to Bayer.
So
It
there's
can be
stuff,
sold through many.
that's my question. The stuff you're using was produced by Bayer?
No, we purchased through a company called UAP, and it's
Their formulation?
I almost wouldn't quite call it that, but because that suggests that it's a different formulation. They are the ones creating it. And so it's the same formulation as rodeo. It's still,
Is it the same formulation as Bayer?
they all are, because of the aquatic nature of it. The testing doesn't allow, like, I think Aquamaster is a little bit different. So like if you're using it kind of with that recipe, I don't know how to say that. If you're using it with that recipe, then you kind of, that's where the testing has occurred, and that's where all the EPA parts to it come under that formulation.
Well,
I'm not sure I'm explaining this.
speaking for myself,
Yes.
although we've all reviewed that stuff, the Bayer stuff, there's a new toxic part of that called diquat.
That's a separate chemical. So that's not the active ingredient we're talking, we're not using that. So so each brand has a recipe. And so that brand, that recipe can add different things into it. That is one of the reasons why we like rodeo, is because it is just the active ingredient without anything else added to it.
Yeah, if you had a couple minutes,
What's this?
And the active ingredient.
Oh, the active ingredient's glyphosate, absolutely. But it's not diquat, which is different. There are other species-specific herbicides that can be used in aquatic systems. But what works on Phragmites is the glyphosate, because it's a late season general herbicide that allows it to be translocated by the plants.
systemic.
It's system, pretty much, well, we can get into a lot of conversations
but-
about herbicide, but yes, it is systemic and it's meant to allow the reed to take it from kind of the swiping that we do down into the root system. But you need to do it late in the season. And one of the reasons glyphosate works is because it's a late season herbicide.
I'll just tell you about the article, and it's just quickly, it's in the Atlantic,
Okay,
and it's fairly recent,
okay.
maybe a month.
But that's the dicot, right?
Yeah, but it's the name Roundup and Rodeo attached to
Well,
it. You might want to read it.
yeah, so rodeo doesn't have dicot in it. I wonder if it's just something, a different product than what we're talking about, because there's like dicot and dicamba and a couple of other ones, and we don't tend to use those.
I have it here,
You have the article?
but it really is just about the dicot. It does not,
Dicot that replaced the other.
well, in some,
Like-
it can replace it. I mean, people are using it in the same,
And there's many different types of aquatic herbicides, and you want to, one of the big things you need to do is understand the dynamics of your plant and how it operates, and then match the herbicide to it, both in timing and how the herbicide is actually impacting the plant itself.
The reason I'm taking so much time here is Dicot is like 200 times more potent.
We don't use it, nor the dicamba, so that's why I'm unfamiliar with that one, because it's not in something we use.
well, it's really nasty. It says
It's really bad, that's.
the headline is that it can damage organs and gut bacteria, among
How
other things.
close?
Causes cancer.
Well, so does.
Right,
glyphosate.
but
Yeah.
So does
Yeah.
glyphosate.
we're doing this on the basis of having read as amateurs one article. I mean, we're talking to someone who, this is her business.
We've had this conversation.
I
for
think
years.
we need to listen to what she's taught us, which is she's not using that stuff. And I have to say, my eyes for that site visit, seeing what happens around the next pond and what they managed to do successfully with the smaller pond. You know, I would have to support, what she's asking for. I mean, I
So
just think,
I would just respond and say, there's no doubt that
No,
it
Bill,
works.
Bill, since you started the line of attack here, I mean, on the basis of killing the invasive weed, if you want to call it that, the stuff she's using works fine, very fine. I'm agreeing with that. I just think that article said that the formula has been changed.
So that is a totally different product. I mean, I haven't seen the article, but you're saying it's only dicamba. So this is like apples and oranges. What we're asking for is a different product.
It says here, the herbicide ingredient to replace glyphosate in Roundup and other weed killer products, which is this dicot. So I think Joe's concern is that some of the formulas are replacing the glyphosate with dicot.
We do not do that.
Right.
So my closing statements, there's no doubt that it works. And it's cost efficient.
I mean,
And it kills, let me just finish, and it
Yeah.
kills the plant that you're trying to kill. My concern is now, and always has been, the other things that it impacts in our environment.
Yeah.
And to use it again and again and again and again and again, all over the place, there's an impact on insects, on the soil, on animals.
So I would say we haven't treated around the pond in a couple of years. So it isn't an annual, this is not our goal is to have it be annual. We've never thought of ourselves as like lawn maintenance, It's really that we saw the Phragmites start to come back, and before it was a big, something that would take a lot of herbicide, we wanted the ability to hand swipe. So that's our goal.
you really guarantee a coating when you do it that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a spray bottle and a cotton glove over a nitrile glove, and you spray and you swipe. And so, I mean, Would we even use a half an ounce? Probably not. But I don't think it's about the amount that we're putting down. I think it's the concept. And so, you know,
It's both, because it's a cumulative amount, but I've said my.
yes. So I would say less than half an ounce, if that, for the 30 stems. It's the,
You're before us a lot. Maybe you could just sort of take a picture of the ingredients on the stuff you're using.
sure,
Well, just take a look
sure.
so we can see what we're doing here. Okay, that'd be nice. Thank you.
Okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
you need a motion?
I make
Motion.
to approve this
Hand swiping of the,
hand swiping of, and
I second it.
all in favor? Ron? Aye.
Bill,
Sally, aye.
Bill, I.
I guess I'll be up.
Karen, I.
You can speak up.
Oh, I'm opposed. Well, you didn't say I'm opposed,
Uh-huh.
so
Okay.
I'm an opposed.
So,
Bill?
did you say anything up there?
It's muted. Bill R. I.
Okay, thank you.
Sally, can I ask a procedural question? With an RDA, do you still have the 2-week waiting period?
It has to go to TEP.
Okay, that's fine. That was just kind of my question.
I don't think you have the 2-week waiting period. It has to go to TEP.
Are we allowed, if we got rain, would we be allowed to do the raking of the milfoil? We've been waiting for a higher water column.
Making, fine.
Okay, great, because if we got some rain and we had better water column, I'd love to do the raking.
Yeah,
Brad, can we?
whenever you can do it.
Okay. Excellent.
Thank you.
guys.
Okay,
I probably can't stay for the Camposa. Would you guys just mind if there's anything important?
Well, David is doing it
But it'll be recorded, so I could check it out tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you, guys. It's just the first, tomorrow's school.
Thank you.
Thanks.
okay. 44 in Lincoln Road.
Do we want to take
Yeah,
Mr.
why don't you?
out of order? Let's just let you get,
Before you,
go home.
you probably got to get up at 4 in the morning anyways. That's foolish.
Okay, I'm Jonathan Ehrenberg from 10 Prospect Hill Road. And just our neighbors at 16 Prospect Hill Road just took down a bunch of big trees this week and cleared some wooded area, and it just felt very drastic to us. So I guess I just wanted to make sure it was ecologically sound and not problematic. And that's pretty much it.
Yeah, the question of ecologically sound and can we do anything about it are
Okay.
sometimes two separate things.
Okay, yeah, I guess I just wanted to just
Yeah.
bring it up just in case it was something to.
Are there wetlands anywhere?
Well, we're basically touching the Campusa bog, both properties, I think.
Mhm.
Ours is. I'm not sure exactly how far it is, so I don't know if they're, I'm not sure if that's a factor or not.
If there,
Is there your property or their property that's closest to the bog?
Well, we're sort of, we have like a kind of a skinny stretch. I think it's about.
It's right across from Tividian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
is it what used to be their gatehouse or their caretaker's house?
No, we're
down behind?
just up the hill from the old caretaker. Yeah. We're sort of across from the old Fitzpatrick's place.
Okay.
So if you go, away from the road is where you get to the bog. And I think, at 16, I think it's the same thing. And sort of like, as they get away from the road, I think
The very back side of it.
yeah. So that it does connect to the bog, but I can't remember exactly what
And is it forested back there?
yeah,
Does it touch the bog,
the land.
the
Their property.
forested area?
As far as I know, yeah.
and did they cut close to the pond?
No, I mean, well, I don't know exactly. I mean, they definitely cut a lot of trees down on the area that's basically touching our property, and then sort of further back as well, so towards the bog, but I'm not sure. I don't know how close it got.
200 feet would be our
I mean, it might, that, I guess I'm not sure if
Yeah.
if it got that close or not.
Okay, well, maybe we could,
Take a look.
This is 10 or 16 were the,
So we're 10 and they're 16.
they're 16.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got a, hit up on the map program and, they're, depending on where the trees are coming down. I don't know what the border of the bog is back here, but they're certainly close to it.
Are you saying they took the trees down already? They're gone?
Yeah, I mean, they happened very fast. It happened just in the last 2 days.
Wow.
So it was a little bit sort of shocking, but,
and your property borders this,
right.
all right, so we could see what they did from your property.
Yeah, if you guys wanted to come, we could definitely, you can see everything they did, yeah.
Okay, sure.
I mean, I'm around this week. I'm sort of back and forth a lot. So I don't know what your schedule's like, but I'll definitely be around this week and probably Tuesday. And then it gets trickier for me to know when I'll be here,
It
but.
won't go back that quick.
And I guess, I mean, you guys are also, I mean, worst comes to worst, you could always come to our property, even if I'm not there,
Yeah, but it'd be nice if you can show us.
Okay.
10.
We're at 10, yeah.
You're 10?
Uh-huh.
Fridays
Old meeting house.
after 3,
3:15.
Friday?
That's good, yeah.
Friday 3:15.
3:15?
Can we pick you up?
Yeah.
And they're not they didn't cut on the street, on the road, right?
No,
Back.
actually, and they don't really, I think they maybe have like a skinny driveway that comes from the road. Like they're set back from the road.
Did they log it or just cut and drop trees?
This week, you mean? I think they had I think it was like a tree company came with like a big crane and, just cut down they were like big. They were pretty big trees.
So they're all gone already, probably.
Yeah. I mean, there are some left that hopefully that I don't know if they're planning to do more or not, but.
Okay, 3:15 Friday at 10 Prospect Hill Road.
Okay, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Okay,
Good, thanks.
Can I ask a question?
sure.
Is there, when something like this comes before us, is there a way to do a cease and
See
desist?
if it's close to the water first.
Yeah.
The bog.
I mean, to keep somebody from just continuing till between now and Friday, today's Tuesday? I mean, if they're doing, once the trees are, they're gone.
All we can do is if they're in violation of any setbacks and that type of thing, we make them replant, but we don't catch these things before they happen. Usually we don't catch them during the happening, though this is close. It's always, and once it's done, all we can do is either fine or
So I guess my question is if somebody showed up with a stop work order or something, I mean,
We don't know it's a violation.
we
yet.
can't
You
do
can't-
that.
you
Yeah,
can't do that until after the fact,
No, if we go there Friday and we see that they are close to Campusa Bog,
right?
then we can say something, but we don't know that yet, so we can't tell them to stop. We don't have enough information.
and I doubt we can get anybody there tomorrow to check on it.
Okay. I'm just curious.
We
Unless
could
you want
go
to talk to
tomorrow
them.
morning if you
I would go immediate. I mean, that's just me because I just get so angry about things.
want to go tomorrow morning.
If we had a plan and you laid it out and you could see
Yeah,
where
I guess
the
I
edge of the bog was, where your two properties are,
Yeah.
and what.
As it stands right now, I think I can.
The clearing happening,
10 o'clock?
we could evaluate it better.
Right.
Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Or see if we can.
10 o'clock tomorrow morning, someone will be in your driveway.
Okay, sure. That's great. Yeah, thank you guys so much.
So we won't go on,
No, we're gonna go tomorrow.
okay, I won't go tomorrow.
Okay.
I can't go tomorrow.
We can't have more than 3 if we go tomorrow.
Okay.
You three go.
The two of you are gonna go?
Yeah.
I'll go if you want me to go unless
Okay.
It's just, we can't have a quorum.
3?
We can't have a
We
quorum.
can't have a quorum without advertising.
Oh, so the two of you are gonna go?
And I'm half a mile away, so I'd like to join you. If it's
Yeah,
not
we
too
can-
many.
We can only have,
About Ruth. Maybe
3.
I'll try again on Friday.
I'd like you to be there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have to be there, but I'm just saying,
I don't have to be there either.
Right
I'm
down
just
the hill.
glad that somebody is going to
We
go.
can only have 3, Bill.
okay. I couldn't keep track of who was going and not.
So you can discuss with Karen which one of you wants to
It's
go.
fine with me. I defer to you because you've been here longer than me.
That's-
I mean, I'm literally 2 minutes away.
Good.
Okay, let us know.
Yeah, let us know.
So
We're gonna
canceling
go.
Friday?
Yeah, we're canceling Friday then.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go tomorrow. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Across from Davidians.
Across from Fitzpatrick. Well, it's now Tavidian, yeah, but this is Fitzpatrick house.
That's actually, no,
All right,
that's just the Apple Maps.
Wednesday.
You put it up on Apple Map to look?
Well, it's just, it's showing a photo,
Okay.
and I'm not
Okay.
sure which.
Yep.
house it is.
Okay,
Okay.
someone will be there tomorrow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for your notification. We depend on that a lot
Yeah,
sometimes.
thanks for sitting
Yes.
through an hour.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, up next.
Okay.
Tim,
Pardon?
Tim Scalise for Lucy Holland.
Lucy Holland for the barn,
Yes,
she is asking for.
continue, okay.
She'd like to be here and she's out of town.
So that'll be the 9th. So this would be, how do you pronounce it? Brunquell?
Yes,
Okay. At 33 Interlaken.
that's right.
Single family home.
That's correct. May I start?
What's there now? Is it just a
What's-
wooden lot?
Yes. It's one-
Was a home at one time and was torn down?
Nope,
No?
nope, this is Interlaken Crossroad. It's a forested lot.
I got into Lincoln Road.
Yeah, it's not Interlaken Road, it's Crossroad.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Okay, good evening. For your record, my name is Jim Scalise. I'm a civil engineer with SK Design Group. Here on behalf of Stephen and Donna Brunkwell. They recently purchased a 3-acre lot on Interlaken Crossroad. So this is where the bridge is out, right at the end of Interlaken Road. I got this upside down, but I think it's easier to see. If you head south, this is the bottom of the bowl. If you head south down Interlaken Road, the bridge is out right here. And as you come down Interlaken Crossroad, I guess that's heading east. You at the very corner there, there's a 3-acre lot that was created by a approval not required process with the planning board back in July. And they're looking to construct a new single-family home on the lot. So I prepared a request for determination of applicability and a stormwater permit application. There's an existing driveway that goes into the property that's going to be repurposed for this proposed home. So there's already a gate there and a driveway that goes into the lot to a clearing. There's a couple of old wood sheds, tool sheds, I'm sorry, up here at the corner of the lot. The concept is to clear an area around the house. There's a little clearing extra behind it for solar. But across the street, there's a wetland system. There's some cattails and right along Interlaken Crossroad. So the roadway is about 36 feet wide from the flag to the property line there. The edge of woods is right along the property line. So the proposal is to do some clearing in the buffer zone across the street from the wetland. And then construct a home. There is a fair amount of slope on the lot, so I've done a grading plan. I've shown as it relates to stormwater, I did a full stormwater analysis that I submitted, for the 210, 25 and 100-year storms. So we have an underground infiltration system installed with a full stormwater management approach for the single family home and a grading plan. It's a colonial style 2-story home with a garage.
What does some clearing mean?
Well, the light, so the light green.
In here, you said you're gonna do some clearing in.
Yeah,
there.
this clearing in the buffers right along the edges of the driveway, that allows, so I'm gonna set a power pole, there's an existing utility pole right next to the
No.
wetland. Come overhead, set a new pole with a meter, so I have some clearing there just to get the underground electric in. Along the driveway, and then on this side, I have a temporary sediment basin, so during construction. Because a wooded forested lot like this, when it's cleared, there's some bare soil for a while. So we have a sediment basin to capture all that water and sediment.
So,
But that's,
so you're gonna clear this whole area? This is getting cleared?
this whole area would get cleared to light green.
The whole light green is all people coming down in the whole.
So it's a 3 acre lot and that's about one and a half
1.2
acre?
Yeah, 1.2 acres,
And so what's, this is 30 feet, you said?
36.
36, and what's the distance? Or I guess, show me the 100 foot.
Yeah, the 100 foot's that different green color. So this is the 100 foot buffer. And the wetland's right along the road. You know, there's a culvert right here on the property that goes into this wetland system. So you're just getting it's surface hydrology feeding that across the street. There's quite a bit of grade difference. You know, the house is set up at, 957 and the grade down there is about 15 feet lower, 10 feet lower. So it's up on the hillside. The property serviced by, water and sewer by town utilities. So there's no need for a well or a septic field.
Can you see it?
Hmm.
Can we see it? I wanna
Oh,
see
yeah,
it.
we're gonna look.
Oh, I assumed you'd want to see it.
So do we want to hold on to that site visit?
Yeah.
For Friday?
Yep.
I can have it staked out for you. What would you like to see
When the
staked out?
trees flag that are coming down.
Okay, so I'll flag the clearing limits.
Driveway,
The driveway's existing. You can drive up it and park.
So I guess what I'm trying to wrap my head around this, everything in this big green, you're taking down all the
That's right.
trees.
Yep, it's a
Why?
full, what's that?
Why?
To build a house.
And it's all gonna be just lawn then?
Well, I don't have a landscape plan. It's all out of the buffer zone.
This isn't.
This little frontage area is not. We can talk about if you want some landscaping. It's just the normal course is to have some front lawn in the front of the home along the street. And I think you have a paved roadway between the proposed clearing and the wetland. It's not a natural buffer. That was the
will,
context. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not here to sway you. I'm just trying to point out the rationale.
will the clearing area be staked?
Yes,
We'll be able to see it from the house site?
I'll stake the house and it's trees, a lot of invasives. There is some fire ants out there, so wear boots.
And maybe give us a count of how many trees coming down.
In the buffer?
Yep.
Okay.
Friday,
3:15?
3:15?
yeah.
If you could help me with process, the applicant has asked me to just ask about a schedule. He's trying to build this home in such a way that it would take advantage of, President Biden had put in some incentives for green energy. And he's hoping that if he can get it done by year end, those will still be.
Keep the trees. That's the best way to get green
Runs out,
energy. Don't clear cut
3
your
months.
property.
Yeah, so
Things are gonna change, really?
I think there's a high probability of that. I'm not here to talk politics, but
But I've given you a serious answer. The
It's a
best thing
huge
you can do
difference
is keep
economically.
The trees.
I can ask about that. It just I guess it's
Even if they select a few, there might be something in there worth, once you start clearing it,
okay.
you may discover that there's a nice
A
tree
nice
here.
sugar maple.
Yeah, it's kind of white pines with tons of invasives is what it is.
Yeah, that's,
It's a mess, but we'll go look at it.
with it, but I can guess. what
We
it's
can go
like.
look at it and I'm not here to say no, for sure. I can certainly talk to my client. The only thing I have in there, I'm gonna have utilities crossing that area. I can try to put those near the driveway. And I do have the sediment basin there based on topography. It's at the low point. But sure, we can talk about that.
And you have a copy of the stormwater? I can take one. I think.
Yeah.
Especially given the state.
As you go back up the road, is there a meadow in there?
There's a small clearing around well, there's, like I said, the previous owner had 2 tool sheds there in a sitting area, and he drilled a well.
Yeah,
But that was it. There was just a small clearing. The rest of the lot is forested.
okay, and then as you get back a little bit towards where you're standing,
The only,
does it become meadow?
no, the only area that's cleared is along the easterly boundary where the Tennessee gas pipeline comes through.
Oh, it's over there, okay, I got it.
Yep, there's it's kind of an odd easement. We went through the deeds and the easement actually sits over the pipe. So we had to call Tennessee Gas and have them stake their pipe. And then we surveyed the easement on top of it. It moves through the pipe. So it's an very odd easement. It's not like a normal, property line. It just follows the corridor.
Just one more question.
Sure.
Everything around here is forested?
Yes.
All the big green, so why don't it keep some corridors for wildlife? I mean, taking down all the trees.
This is a 3-acre parcel out of a 36-acre parcel.
I know, but it's all a little bit here, a little bit
Yeah,
there.
so the master plan for the parcel is to have a cluster development with open space. And I've received some correspondence about a corridor, because there's actually an open space lot here behind this lot over here, where there'll be a corridor maintained between. I have plans to work on that development. It's just, I've been too busy to do it, but that's the concept. The concept is to absolutely do that. There's frontage for 2 lots. So I'll probably be back to you with a second single-family home on this forested lot as well. But that's, I'm having to look at it. This is, and again, I'm just going to say it for the record, this is not the most valuable, it's a roadside runoff wetland. It's just not, it isn't Campusa Bog by any means, but I'm certainly.
Phragmites.
Yeah, I'm happy to look at it and discuss it. And I
Did you get
appreciate
a
it.
copy? Can I see a copy of the?
Right here.
Can I take it? Okay.
And this is a submission. We sent you an electronic version.
Okay.
This is for, I assume, are we done with this for now? Because we're having a site visit.
Yep.
Thank you for your consideration. DeSisto project.
Okay.
This is not a rush. This has nothing to do with incentives. I was asked to submit an ANRAD, which is, so we hired Steve Riberty, who's a wetland consultant out of Goddard Consulting, to do a wetland ID out there. And we understand and fully expect you to hire your consultant to review his line. But we'd like to go through a process and just establish the resource area.
David.
Yeah, right. So if you want to start that process,
Yeah.
you need time or however, whatever,
Did you send this to David?
not yet, but we can do
Okay,
that.
yes, please.
Okay.
And what's happening with the CR out there?
That's a good question. I have a meeting with the attorney, next week to go over the surveying. The surveyor of record, which would probably be less expensive than me because he has a lot of the work done, was hesitant to create a parcel, and maybe you know something about this, but create a parcel that didn't have frontage. There's no way for the backland that we want to survey and CR to really have frontage. And I guess who owns that land? I mean, does the land trust take the fee in the land? Or do we maintain ownership? And that's what I'm not certain of. I don't do enough CRs.
I'm not sure either.
Okay, so
Somebody's got-
I have a meeting with our lawyer next week to talk about those details, about who owns the land, and then we can figure out how because there's a detailed requirement for survey meets and bounds to establish the parcel as we've promised. So we want to get that going. Ideally, we do that in the fall when the leaves are coming off, but there isn't any snow, so we can see through the woods. But without hiking through the snow up that mountain. But so that's the plan.
So that's moving along.
It is moving along. We're doing that, and then the special permit, which is not as relevant to you, but requires restoration of the mansion. So I'm meeting with architects every week and structural engineers to deal with that. So we'll send that to David. But again, whatever you need for that to make that happen.
David, are you there? David?
I'm here.
Hey, so, you should be expecting an ANRAD for the DeSisto property
Okay.
to come from Jim Scalise.
I have his
Jim,
email.
Jim, if you need any contact information,
I think I have, you sent me some info on something not too long ago, and I have your email, so if you don't get something tomorrow, I'll call you and ask you.
okay, sounds good.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So it's 3:15 Friday, is that what?
Yes.
Thank you.
We'll see you then. Thank you.
Karen.
Karen,
Anybody else?
Thank you.
You fish and game?
For your.
Thank you.
so gonna build a wall,
No. Well,
gonna build a ramp.
well, first, let me just introduce myself. I'm George Willis with the Department of Fish and Game, Office of Fishing and Boating Access. And this is in regards to the public boat ramp at Stockbridge Bowl. I wouldn't call it a ramp. The ramp's existing, the boat ramp. What we want to do is create a Americans with Disabilities Act accessible pathway to the shore, and then utilizing a floating dock system that the town is supplying, actually utilize that system. So that would entail a concrete sidewalk, regrading the site, establishing parking.
Any trees coming down?
No, the plans to leave the existing,
So it's gonna
Those existing failing trees.
well, yeah,
be there longer than I will.
they're not pretty, but they're substantial.
Yeah,
So this whole boat ramp thing is really kind of irritating, frankly, because it's such a wreck. I mean, it has eroded, the tree roots are sticking out, it's really a mess. And when there's a big storm, it comes the silt comes flying down the driveway, it goes right down that ramp, right into the lake. It's an environmental nightmare, that whole boat ramp. So are there any plans to remedy any of that? I mean, it really needs planting along the shoreline. It really needs a lot of help.
Yeah, that's included in the plan. Dressing up those slopes down to the shoreline and establishing that proper grass. I mean, the goal being, if we create a hardened pathway for people to use, they're less likely to create their own path than just wander.
So what, go ahead.
pathway, ADA compliant, just to allow people to get into boats or canoes or whatever, what they're already in place in the water. Well, that it leads them out to where the boats and canoes would be.
Well, so if you were boarding a boat, if you have an assistant there, I mean, everyone's abilities are different. So, the situations are infinite. The idea being, sure, if you launch a boat with your truck off a trailer, you moor it on the dock, park, and then you have a safe walkway down.
But it's a gravel parking lot.
No, not the planned parking area to utilize.
So there's gonna be blacktop.
Yeah.
So what's the increase in, how much is going from pervious now to impervious?
So within the 50-foot buffer, no disturbance zone, proposing 3,000 square feet additional.
And how are you going to mitigate for that?
There's really no no way on site to do that between this, the small area we have, it's a limited project based upon its usage. It's a water dependent project. It's a boat ramp. DEP has, sees it as a limited project in that regard.
Okay, but I want to see it and think about some mitigation. That's a lot of impervious, which is gonna push even more water into the,
Its pathway would be across the grassed area that we're trying to establish.
So the runoff goes from the blacktop to whatever is growing there now, which isn't much, to the lake.
No, because this whole area is gonna have to be regraded. And additional loam applied and seeded and covered with jute mesh netting to establish a actual grass.
so we also had a question from the public about heat island effect with the increase in blacktop.
Okay. I don't know what we could do about that. Paint it white and put black stripes on it. I don't know, but
Yeah, so we want to see it and see if there's any way we can get something. green out
Designated
there.
handicap parking or something like that.
yes, that's the thing. Leaving it gravel, there's no way to, well, you can't have without excessive maintenance, you can't have a gravel ADA compliant parking spot.
No.
So,
And is the state gonna do this maintenance? They sure haven't done it so
well, that's what I'm
far.
getting at. If we were to leave it as gravel, as you can see it.
Sorry, it's really a sore subject for us because, we are required with all kinds of regulations and stuff to have this great pond. And the town bears the burden of all of it, pretty much.
Day-to-day maintenance is.
And it's irritating at best and hamstringing at worst. And the fact that it has gotten to the state that it's in with no input from the state or anybody seeming to worry about the amount of runoff
Yeah.
and erosion that's taking place out there is
Well, I'm here right now.
So, yeah, but I know you're.
about 10 years too late.
What about a retention pond?
I'm not sure where it would go, to be honest.
You could just, if you just slow it down and let it take a day or two to run in, you've done your cleaning and erosion control and stuff.
Well, there's plenty of parking lot there.
Yeah,
for the
there's
most
lots of
part.
parking.
It's from the road to the water, it's a huge area. That, well, it does sometimes occasionally fill up.
Linear rain garden, yeah.
Yeah,
Just some just some plantings along here with.
Have you guys reviewed the plan?
Yeah,
I mean, it's the plan is, those slopes along the shoreline are going to be
covered.
dressed up and
So that,
established grass there. I mean,
well, no, not grass, something to stop the erosion.
well, if the grass survives, it might. slow
Yeah, but
down.
it doesn't,
It doesn't, grass doesn't.
does not survive.
Grass didn't do anything.
I
Well,
mean,
Give it a
it's,
good shot for the first 6 months.
It's like.
I mean, if you look at the pictures, look at this tree.
I took that picture.
Yeah.
I studied this whole
But if-
I spent a lot of time on this.
So my husband and I ran canoe races on this, down here for 30 some odd years. Extraordinarily familiar with this, what has happened over the last years. And I've been down there, I have pictures somewhere on my phone, of what happens when there's a big storm and what comes right down here. Right, it's like a river, comes down here and goes into the lake.
So,
And this whole bank here, this whole bank is just all eroded and roots and bare soil and it's it keeps getting worse and worse.
So we can do, I guess for mitigation, those times.
Would you
Not
use
graph.
some sort of holders or anything like that?
Hardened, I mean, I don't know what caused, I mean, obviously erosion is the problem now. I don't know if it's foot traffic that is making it worse, should be.
I'm sure that's
Yeah.
adding to it.
The speed of the water is what's doing you in.
But it's also, you're right.
There's no
It's
question.
foot traffic. I mean, it gets a lot of use
Yeah.
between, and, you know, the fact that it says there that there's no swimming and no dogs, and yet there's always swimming and there's always dogs. And then there are the canoe races, and there are the people who come to watch the canoe races or just hang out and have picnics, which aren't allowed. And there's nobody taking care of it. We have people out there all summer long washing the boats and making sure that there are no zebra mussels in the lake. And it's very frustrating. It took we funded the porta pots there for years and years and years until the state finally came in and said they would put one. And you know, it's just, the kind of traffic that goes in and out of there, one is not enough. And so the canoe races funded them, the Josh Billings funded them, Canyon Ranch chipped in, the Arcadian shop chipped in, Cropalo chipped in, not Cropalo. What's the other one?
BCD.
No. Canyon Ranch and there's another one. Anyway, so, I mean, we've been struggling with this mess for 30 years, and it's just, I don't know, so frustrating.
Yeah.
How about porous paving? Is there a chance for some of that?
Well, here I didn't even consider it just due to the adjacent gravel. Which would clog instantly, imagine.
But just in those spots where it's, you know, it's running.
Yeah. But it runs fast the whole way.
Yeah, it would run less fast.
The whole thing has to be regraded from the top of the driveway to the.
And you need some planting, I'm sorry, but you need.
I think.
Well, I mean, if you more like a more woody.
Yeah, something that's gonna hold it.
Yeah, I'm up for suggestions there. I have no problem with making it harder to access the shore. Like this site is purely, you park your vehicle and launch and retrieve vessels. That's the purpose of the site. People fishing, people letting their dogs swim in the water, people having picnics, that needs to be enforced.
But it hasn't been.
By who?
Not us.
I don't know.
It's state property.
That's the thing.
There's-
Therein lies the rub, as they say.
There's a land management agreement between the town and the state regarding this site and day-to-day operations.
Yeah, but this is an EPO thing, and the EPO said that there's a new guy, and he said he's going to enforce it, but to date, it hasn't been enforced, and people are confused, and they're gonna be annoyed when they find they can't swim or they can't take their dogs down there, which they've been doing forever.
Well,
It's just not good.
see it Friday?
Sorry to dump this all on you,
Sure.
but
I'm
you're here.
a big boy for the entire state.
Do we have a map of that?
Oh, what's that?
Do we have a map of that? Large enough to work with?
I submitted 2 copies. You're free to have this one if you would like.
Yeah, we would like to have that one.
Your plant selection is gonna be critical here too. You know, that'll direct people and protect the banks and stuff.
I mean, the town
Yeah.
bylaw, which I'm not sure that you have to adhere to, but the town bylaw requires a 35-foot buffer around the lake
Of planting.
of planting.
Natural buffer.
That's probably gonna be almost 4 o'clock.
Okay. Can we schedule a site visit with you?
Friday at 4, he doesn't want to be here Friday at 4.
It's a 100-mile drive for me to,
That's understandable. You have to drive back 100 miles tonight?
correct.
Oh,
Oh,
That sucks.
oh, I'm sorry.
That's the breaks. It's a statewide
That's
job.
what to get the big bucks for.
I get-
Through the short straw.
So can we see it without you?
Yeah, we can go down there.
And then we'll give you
I
some
mean,
feedback,
it's there all the time. I mean, nothing's changed.
but we'll give you feedback because we're gonna want plantings.
Oh, absolutely.
Without a doubt.
No,
Not
this,
grass, not grass.
I'm open to any suggestions.
Okay.
So in the design phase is what you're in now?
I mean, this is well, yeah, this rate, I would call this a nearly, I mean, the layout of the pathway, really.
That's where the.
Many revisions, this is the only thing that works, you know. The grades and maintaining accessible pathway, so we're a challenge.
And, you know, I hope you understand, we're not opposed to accessible pathways.
Of course not,
It'd be-
nobody
it'd be
is.
Good to also get in some improvements there.
And
You
is
got
any of
plenty of
that
people here that have had experience with crowds and stuff like that. I'm thinking of you, Ron, you know, all that. The way the beach was down there for Tanglewood and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I mean, they just kept dumping sand
Oh,
every year.
yeah, that's insane.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is when there's a canoe race, the canoes are oftentimes lined up here. But particularly for the folks that are not as able as others, but this fence, and I can't in my mind think how far it is from the shore to the fence. But if
45 feet.
yeah, so if 35 feet is our buffer zone, the planting would come to about here.
Okay,
Sally, can you hold this there so and see what you're pointing at?
There's the fence that goes along if you're looking at the lake on the left side.
Separates the parking lot from,
Yeah, it separates the parking lot
Right, the dirt area.
from the grassy area where people picnic and,
like you said, it's just a free for all now.
yeah,
yeah,
I mean, it's
even
just.
during my survey visit, yeah,
you saw it.
yeah, it was not just boating.
Yeah.
So,
And, you know, we're in a between a rock and a hard place as to how to try and keep it from being a disaster. With no help from the state.
Picnic tables down here.
No,
No.
no,
4 PM Friday.
no
Yeah.
picnic tables.
So we're gonna go look at it.
And then we'll give you some-
after we go to the other,
Yeah, we've got the one at
315 and 33 into the.
33 Interlake.
okay.
And then from there, we can go down.
Yeah.
Since he doesn't need to be there when we get through it.
Do you have copies of that plan?
you can have these, I have a full set here. if you'd
That'd be
like to
great.
keep these.
Thank you.
When does this propose to happen?
We were hoping to do it late fall or early spring. The idea being at the start of next season, this float system could be installed and utilized.
You need to get the plant material established though. With all that grade. Don't you think?
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's the goal. With trying to get a good root mass, and protecting it with a biodegradable matting, that should manufactured say lasts approximately 2 years. So, it's keeping people from walking on it during that establishment period. But if I need to have like blueberry bushes or something, can also do that.
Oh, they'd love it.
It's gotta be something they can't walk on. Because if you put in grass, it's just gonna
Not gonna
get
do anything.
trampled and that's gonna be the end of it.
Okay, so we'll go look at it.
Yeah,
Because the Josh is the 14th. Josh Billings run aground, the big triathlon.
Okay. Um, Yeah, I mean, they're gonna lose space for staging their crafts, on here, but. So,
they don't get all the canoes lined up along the edge of the water. Some of them are too deep, if I recall.
Well, they have them lined up in the parking lot along with the vehicles that brought them down.
That's
And
right,
then
too.
they,
have to
and
pick them
then,
up
then,
run.
and then as they get called from the water or from when the bicycles come down and they call out the numbers, then the people run down with their canoes down the ramp.
and while I'm here, I don't want to leave anything else on the table, that could have been discussed. I mean, one thing, for example, there's picnic benches there right now. I have them removed and reset.
I don't know, they should go away then.
They certainly don't coincide with our operation. I don't know, they've been there a while.
I don't remember picnic benches.
I don't.
They're park benches rather, not picnic tables.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
Park
say,
benches?
yeah,
Yeah.
They're heavily eroded as well.
yeah.
Not even safe probably, but people sit there and read and fish, talk on the phone, so.
Bunch of dogs splash in the water.
Yeah, much more talk splash in water.
I mean, we can all agree on that, there's other powers that. We have these battles at all of our sites.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
People like to just observe the water and that's there, but. That's not.
Yeah, and it's hard in this town because, you know, we have the town beach and we have the boat ramp. And that's-
There's nobody supervises the town beach. Everybody wants to splash in the water and go down to the town beach.
People who want to run their dogs in the water, go to the
Or go.
boat ramp. Yeah, well, gold medals they can do.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
anything else you would like to discuss? Would you like us to push you on?
Or give you a hard time about.
I'm used to it. There's no audience here. I usually get it from both sides. Porous pavement was brought up. Don't see that being a long-term solution here. The maintenance aspect of it in a site like this will have to be vacuuming or
Handicap parking. Yeah, that's what I thought.
If we have suggestions, maybe we'll mark one of these up.
yeah, feel free. Those are yours.
Get it back to you.
Okay,
You got this?
Yeah, my goal is to make it better than it is now.
The water's here.
I don't think it's ever going to be perfect. The constraints of the site.
Where the fence existing.
I mean, if we were to regrade it, all those trees would have to go,
Just the shoreline between
you know,
ramp.
the bank goes up to the.
Oh, yeah.
They're the only things.
I was thinking more of the regrade being farther away from the lake.
Sticks out.
You know, so that's because when you come in from the road, it's at an angle like this and it just goes straight down. If it can get graded,
Have a belly kind of.
yeah,
Up street.
I think that would help. Maybe some,
It's a very flat site.
yeah.
There is some subsurface drainage, but it's not treated. It just discharges, they're on the existing plan, for reference. There's a catch basin at the wash station. And there's one across the driveway. There's almost a swale, a grass swale that runs on the south side of the driveway. That also, I think, just discharges untreated as well. We try to just stay away from any systems that require maintenance. So we usually go with surface conveyances, or not even conveyances at all, non-concentrating, letting it just sheet flow off into the grass. So that's the idea here.
If you had like a rain garden where you'd step down, you know, and sort of dammed up in places, you know, it would slow it down.
It's just this, I don't know where it would go. It's kind of a mix, a balance between having the pathway and having the adjacent areas next to the pathway be safe, I suppose. Like to have a rain garden in the center of the, I mean, there's no space there, but I'm not sure where it would go.
But you'd armor, you know, it would have to be a small channel, but you could armor, you know, the 4-inch, 6-inch trap rock. And then soil over that, mostly over that, and that would probably hold.
On the slopes?
Yeah, just, and you get cleaning then
Gonna-
as you came down through there
Gonna fill.
to a degree.
I've done riprap, vegetated riprap slopes, and they are stable.
Yeah.
So that is an option. It's getting the vegetation to establish is the hard part, because it tends to dry, the soil dries out. But it's an option. We're, like I said, we're open to options. There's a lot of roots there, and some are gonna have to get damaged just part of the work. I'd like to limit that as much as possible, but I think it's unavoidable.
Okay, we would want replanting if that's the case.
If a tree were to, oh, absolutely. The goal is to do the least harm possible to the existing trees. Not remove any of them.
Yeah.
So George, in this plan, is it just a single handicap parking spot marked out?
Yeah, that's the one specific spot, correct?
That seems
Is that
like a lot of effort.
for just one? Yeah, is that all that would be required by the state? Just one handicap spot for a project like this?
It's a percentage, right?
Yeah, it's a percentage of the existing spots, non-handicap spots. So we usually do one on a site of this size. There's no like actual layout of this site. It's the fishermen kind of just make it work. So you can fit a lot of trailers in there. It's surprising.
Oh, you get a lot of trailers in there on a weekend.
Yeah. So it does fill up.
What day of the week were you down there? Your
Oh,
little,
I can't remember. It was,
was it a Saturday or a Sunday?
no, it was a weekday for sure.
Yeah.
You know, it was still half full.
They have bass tournaments and stuff there too,
Yeah, my office permits those.
and quite successful from, I understand. They're
It is a very popular spot. The main intent of this was for kayaks and canoes, to have an access way. But the boats will be able to use it to more as well. Basically just utilizing that boarding float system that's on site there.
Do we know how far out? Does this go out, exceeding the 25 feet?
It does. So the zoning, I don't know.
yeah, that's a zoning issue.
I wanted to speak with you folks before I went.
Because it's 25 feet. The docks can only be 25 feet from the,
Yeah, I mean, the gangway itself is 24 feet, so. I mean, it's,
So how deep is the water out there where the actual float ends up being?
I'd have to imagine well, I'd be guessing, but
How much,
plenty, what's that?
how deep were you saying?
I have no idea.
I see a contour very lightly. It looks like 10 feet.
I didn't do, I only went as far as I could reach. I didn't, go
Mhm.
water, but I
There's a
would,
contour underneath here. It's like
in the water body.
the water.
That's the 25-foot.
Deep?
No, the 25-foot shore offset for that zoning we were just talking
Oh,
about
okay, good.
for docks.
Speaking of which, where's your dog?
So,
Got a leg.
I mean, it's impossible to build this project and stay
Okay.
within that 25.
We gotta move that.
It's impossible.
Definitely not.
Yeah, to meet ADA regulations, utilizing the system, the float system that's
Because the angle of the ramp to get from shore onto the dock.
the gang. This is, it's almost at, everything is just a percentage below maximum just to get to the water as it is. Like I said, this is the many revisions to this.
So if you run afoul of a local zoning bylaw, then what?
I had to, I mean, the next step is to appeal it. That's what I'm gonna have to do.
To DEP, who do you appeal it to?
To your zoning board,
Yeah.
because it's the 25-foot dock limit. There's also a 150-foot lake and water body.
Like pond overlay district,
Overlay
yeah,
district,
yeah.
that as well. So,
Which is 200 feet,
Huh?
200 feet in this town.
200 feet from us for a town bylaw is our jurisdiction.
for wetlands,
For lakes.
the lake and pond overlay district.
Well,
It's 100.
different things. That's a
Yeah.
zoning bylaw.
That's what I'm getting at.
Yeah, but ours is resource.
I mean, I'm certainly not arguing that this entire project is not, it's basically all within a 50-foot
Mhm.
zone. But there's no other way. It's a water dependent
Right, well,
project.
we understand that, but we're gonna wanna see some improvements.
Okay, and, all right, I just want to make it clear, we're not, we can't be doing a big dig out here and installing,
What's it?
it's,
No,
we're
I-
pretty limited in our capacity and budget. We want to do the right thing, but there are limitations to what we are able to do.
Let us do
Take a
our
look.
Okay.
study. Well, good. You're gonna come back in 2 weeks or?
Whenever,
It's the 9th.
okay.
It's asked to be early on the agenda, so you don't have to.
Yeah.
go 100 miles.
We'll
Sign up now.
I'll try and move you up on the
we'll put
agenda.
you up to like 7:15 instead of.
That would be
Can he come in on?
Or zoom
Zoom
in,
in?
yeah, you can zoom in.
Yeah, I would, that would be great. I didn't want to, I did want to be here in person.
Yeah, no, you can zoom in. Yeah,
As a
good idea.
start, that's great, but.
Yeah, you don't.
Depending on how the agenda works out, you could either come or not, yeah.
Well, I can move you up on the agenda.
If I'm remote,
Mhm.
you don't have to make
Okay.
any waves
Okay.
for me. That'd be a lifesaver. This isn't the end of the world. I can come if I need to.
Yeah,
This isn't a
but,
big
you know,
deal, but,
it's a long way to.
They don't put you up at the Red Lion?
Yeah. I'll just-
Town council gets put up at the Red Lion when they come.
Yeah, and the town pays for
Yeah.
it.
You guys want to pay?
I say, you could probably pitch a tent up there, there's a parking lot.
We got a spot here. Love this property. It's not a bylaw yet. All right.
Great,
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you all.
Have a safe trip back.
Thanks.
We have 3 things to sign.
Yeah, we have David.
David. You fell asleep.
Yeah, he decided he was gonna go have a second
I'm
dinner.
here. I'm not asleep.
Okay,
I was here to report back to the commission on 2 particular items, Eden
Yes.
Hill and Zero Dugway. And I had email and phone correspondence and in-person dealings with both of those parties over the past couple of weeks. And I requested that they provide something to the commission for this meeting, and it appears neither of them followed through.
Oh,
No.
how nice of them.
Yeah. So,
Something, David says something in writing, you mean? A plan or something?
yeah, I have emails in writing to both of them. My impression at this point is that neither of those projects are in compliance with the stormwater permits.
Yes.
And so the commission needs to decide what they want to do with that.
So can we just back up 1 second? Which part of Eden Hill are you referring to? Because there's two different problems.
I don't think the pump station, I'm not overly concerned with the pump station project. They provided documentation. They've hydroseeded all those exposed soils. I'm actually not too concerned with that part of the project.
Okay.
I'm more, as far as that site goes, I'm more concerned with the big construction project with the new building. And the
Yeah,
fact that all that stormwater runoff is coming right down the driveway when they have those gigantic construction basins in place that were intended to have all the stormwater managed in them during the construction phase, but the water's not getting to them. And I have not received a coherent answer to the question as to why the water's not going to those gigantic basins. There's more than enough capacity in those basins to manage stormwater, but for whatever reason, they're not directing stormwater to those basins. So
Do we shut them down?
I think the commission has options. Yeah, I think I don't want to speak to what your procedures are for fines and cease and desist, but I specifically requested that a member of their construction team attend this meeting tonight to explain to the commission what's going on there. And clearly they're not here.
Okay.
So I'm not happy with what's going on at that site.
David,
Everyone that I've dealt with in that project has been completely cordial and they've been nice. But I think it's a big, complicated project with multiple contractors. And I'm not convinced that anyone is taking charge of stormwater management on that project.
Okay.
And I could just add to David's comments, that we're gonna be running out of the growing season too, to stabilize that.
Yeah,
It looks like Mercy Sunday up there with all the cars.
Well,
I mean, it's ridiculous how many cars there are up there right now.
so why don't we give them a short deadline to either respond or if we.
Well,
have
they
the
didn't
option-
make the meeting as they were required.
Okay, then
So I think we say you have to stop until our next meeting.
that's a big deal.
I would give them a few days to send something to respond. I would, that's just me.
But David had asked them to come to the meeting and they didn't. I mean, this is chronic up there.
I understand, but shutting them down for 2 weeks seems like a lot, but that, I'm just.
But it would
I'm
get
just
things
wondering-
done real quick.
They would pay attention.
Okay, I mean, I'm just.
That's just my opinion.
Who do we talk to up there?
Yeah, I mean, we put a lot of time into developing a construction phase stormwater management plan for this project that they committed to, and they have not adhered to it.
Okay,
So the
Yeah.
commission needs to decide what it wants to do with this, you know?
another option, which would be even less popular, is to tell them we'll have a special meeting if they get a plan, respond. If they respond in a week, we'll have a special meeting and look at the response.
It's Labor Day.
Mhm. Yeah, that's even less, that's less. Okay.
I
I'm
vote,
not sure I can
Okay, no, that's fine if you want to just go.
I'm not sure I can post it with the Labor Day weekend.
Hmm.
I don't think I can, because it would have to be advertised. I can't, I don't have time.
Okay,
Advertised and posted.
Anybody got a big cable? We run it across the bottom of the driveway and put a big lock on it.
What was it, brother?
The tragedy is they, to their credit, they built these gigantic stormwater basins to manage stormwater, but they're not sending the water to those basins. It's just kind of maddening.
And is this true with Dugway as well?
Dugway's a little bit different. There is a basin up top that is supposed to take, I think, the curtain drain from the house. And I've talked to Brent White about that. Brent and I had a conversation last week, and I thought he was going to provide some kind of comments prior to this meeting, but I haven't seen anything. There's a basin or a depression up on the top of the site there that is intended to take all the stormwater from the house and shunt it off to the side before it gets to the top of the driveway. And
That's
I
what you were
specifically asked why that's not happening, because that's, to me, seems to be part of the problem. And Brent
The water
committed
doesn't,
to responding to that, but I haven't seen anything.
so that one I'm more inclined to shut down.
that one, you
That's
can't get
been
water to go up the hill.
So many problems.
Yeah, I mean, that's actually like causing significant erosion to the public road.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, very, very significant. So I'm okay with shutting down that one. I think that one.
Someone must be working there, I should assume.
I don't know.
I'm good with shutting them both down.
I vote.
Considering,
I'm with
considering,
you.
considering how
Thanks. Sorry.
they just went ahead with all of the stuff over by the pumping station. And okay, they've hydroseeded it, but there were still those huge piles of dirt. They opened up a huge risk window that now they're starting to try and plug, but that was irresponsible. That there should have been storm fences, there should have been lots of things. Any piles of dirt should have been spread out so that they were lower and not going to overtop all of, the tiny little tiny little silt fences they have there. It to me, it was totally irresponsible approach to doing that. And so to give them the benefit of the doubt on the other thing, just seems to me that, like they're spitting in our faces. I mean, they're really not taking their responsibility seriously.
I agree with that. That's exactly it. They're not taking the commission seriously.
Okay, you convinced me, Bill.
Okay. I get
So-
fired up.
And I thought part of the emergency order that what they were granted, which I've never seen, but I thought that was, to have, a formal submittal.
Which we do have now,
We do have now.
Today,
but we were expecting to have it at the last meeting,
and not in time for this meeting.
not in time for this meeting.
So,
I mean,
okay.
that's not timely.
And that's huge, that
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
And, and again, there's no time for it to get distributed, so the whole commission can review it and see that paperwork. I mean.
Yeah, we have it. I have it here.
That's a-
And it should be electronic as well.
I didn't see it electronically. Oh, look,
It's foresight.
are there enough copies that we can take a look at it?
Yep.
So do you want to write a letter for both of these?
And how do we write them a letter to the Marians and to the, I don't know exactly who to get in touch with for the Dugway.
Brent?
Yeah, Brent, I mean, I can email the contractors or the site engineers and tell them we're shutting them down. What is their, it's not clear to me what their responsibility is when they've submitted,
Their responsibility is to comply with the stormwater permit that you issued.
but is it the engineering firm that submitted it? They should be the ones to then follow up.
No, it's the applicant. The
Yeah.
applicant is on the hook for not complying with the conditions of the stormwater permit.
The property.
The applicant is really,
So I would suggest sending it to both.
But you can copy White Engineering because
Yeah,
they might be the ones to actually respond to it.
yeah, okay. All right, so I'll go back to the original and send them stuff.
So do we need a motion?
Well, let's do one just to be official.
Go ahead.
Motion to,
You can't make the motion.
I know, I'm just trying to come up with what we should say.
Make
I
a
won't
motion
say it,
to
but-
cease and desist
Yeah,
for non-compliance with their stormwater requirements
For both Eden Hill,
and,
new construction, and for Zero Dugway.
yep.
Okay.
I so move.
I second it.
Ron,
Lisa?
Hi, Sally.
I guess I have a question. Are we, in terms of Eden Hill, are we deeming them now for both projects or
Just the
Doris
house,
and-
yeah.
just the new construction.
Hi, Bill.
Hi, Joe.
Hi, Karen.
I
Okay.
will.
Okay,
Good. Thank you, Dave.
You write something, I will hand deliver it.
okay, write it. I'll get it, I'll have it to you for tomorrow at 10.
Okay, great. Okay.
Because, they've been naughty before.
Yeah, we talked about this before we issued the permits for this one, that they had
Yeah.
previous issues, and
Talk
I
about-
thought we had, taken care of that, but this is disappointing.
About the plan, Lisa.
It really just needs to be deflected into the existing detention basins that are there.
That's what they're there for. You're right, Joe.
That's it.
I mean, I recall driving everybody crazy saying, but it's gonna go down the hill. But it's gonna go right down the driveway, but it's gonna go right down the drive.
Yeah,
And everything.
You did.
you're right. And we thought we put provisions in place to prevent that from happening, Sally. You're exactly right.
Down the driveway and across the road.
Yeah, exactly, right onto Church Street. They're gonna be so happy. They just love it when we do that. Oh, gosh.
This could be fun. I walk up and say, all right, who's in charge here?
I'll be right behind you.
I'd love to see.
Bring the dogs.
Bring the dogs. Kaya might be intimidating. My German Shepherd. Probably
Okay.
not.
My Springer, not so much.
Tucker either.
No,
There you
we'll
go.
bring Tucker. Tucker and Ida. Ida will spin and Tucker will just go.
Need to sign.
Need to sign, yes. We only have the one thing to sign.
Seems to be all the pumps.
Bye,
Town.
folks.
Good night, Thank you, David.
Thank you.
Thanks,
You're
Dave.
welcome.
Thank you, David.
Can I jump to,
Yep,
Parks and Rec?
yep. Go for it.
Okay, so at the skate park, we still don't have anything from them, but you saw Everett Park.
Yeah, what's up with that? Oh, and I had
Yeah.
another question too.
So the fees came down, but there are several open areas along the river there. I'd like to suggest that, some of the money that we get
Sure.
from the use to
Sure.
replant them along that. If the
Were
parks
those
are gonna do
trees
that.
on the park side of the stream or on the other side? I didn't actually go down in there.
They're on the park side.
Okay, that'll be easy to get through that.
Yeah.
So are we ready to send this out, Lisa, for the tree removal at Averitt?
They're already cut.
But we haven't signed this and sent it.
What date was
But
it? When we signed
It's an
this?
emergency.
Okay,
Oh, I had-
but we still have not
Yeah,
signed it and sent it.
it's fine, yeah. And then if I could jump to one more. Open meeting law.
Yes.
Just a reminder on emails, we can't reply all on emails for a discussion. You know, we can suggest dates, we can provide information, but we can't have a conversation on email. Under open meeting law, you can't do that.
Okay.
So just a
With
reminder.
open meeting law, you are permitted to send an article
Yeah.
that you think might be useful but you can't say, I really like this, or,
Right.
you know, but I will send it and say, I will put this on the agenda, and that's legit.
And I think we can schedule things too. If we have to,
Yes.
like change a site visit or something, you can do that.
Yes, we
Can't
can.
have an open discussion about.
Discussion.
So to clarify, if I had just sent an aerial photograph with some drawings on it without any comment, and just say, here's for your information what it looks like, for what that area looked like before from the air, that would be okay?
I think that's okay.
Yes.
Just say, please don't respond or something.
Yeah.
You can, if it's informational, if it's something
Yeah.
that's before the commission and it's some sort of informational piece, whether it's a photograph or whether it's a document, you are permitted to do that. But without comment, just say, this is a photograph of XYZ road. As Bill did with the runoff from Eden Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the photograph I took today of the runoff from Eden Hill. And then we have to decide what to do with it.
Yeah.
And then I can then send it to David or the rest of the commission as necessary.
That brings up a good point. We've got a drought condition practically here and we're still having the problems.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was normal rain.
Yeah,
That'll come soon.
Yeah.
That's a good point for you to bring up.
You're right, yeah.
it's supposed to rain tomorrow a little bit.
I'm not going up there with my truck every, like,
So I had a question that I never found out the follow-up on, which was the site visit for the folks that had wanted to put the shed in, because I couldn't be there. Whatever happened with that?
Okay, so we went and looked. We three went and looked. This is.
Yes, yes.
And it was 100, my recollection, it was 100 feet away. But they were all, so that we thought that was okay. The shed is like right up at the road.
Oh, okay. I
And
didn't know if we needed to follow up with
I
that.
think we asked them to submit something though, maybe an RDA planting. The shed is 25 by 20, 100 feet from the lake. And they were going to remove a lot of trees and trim trees and remove invasives. So I think I suggested they do an RDA just so we can
Okay,
see.
all
what
right.
they're
I
doing.
just never knew what they,
Needed just a couple for the driveway, wasn't it? Think-
Were you there?
I never knew what the upshot of that.
That was a different one.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
I don't
weird.
think you were,
But in
I don't think you were
general-
there.
But your comment is usually right.
Yeah.
All these extra trees
No,
coming down.
Yeah,
don't go that far.
no, it was the three of us that were there.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
any other business?
Yes, so I ran into Tim O'Brien today, and he is interested in removing some of the straw silt fence on
Models.
Mary Flynn?
Yeah.
Mary Flynn Trail?
Mary Flynn's Trail, yes, the bridge.
Yeah.
And he wants to know if we could come sign off on the work they did there and give him permission to clean up around there and
Okay.
get it back to normal.
we could do that.
All we need is someone to go up there and look at it.
I can do that.
Okay.
All right,
If you want to go take a look and report back and say it looks fine, we can just tell him he can go ahead and remove the straw wattles.
if you think we need a suggestion like seed it or straw mulch it or something like that, just keep things from moving.
Yeah.
We'll add that to whatever.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
look, I helped build it, so I think they did a good job. I think it'll be.
It looks great.
Nice.
All right, that's fine.
Great.
All
I
right.
haven't seen it yet. I'll go take a look. I haven't seen
It looks
That's
great.
Good.
We need a motion to adjourn.
Yeah.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye,
Aye.
Aye.
12 minutes after.
Thank
So-
you.